So let's rank all the films I rewatched for the month of August 2023. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Noel, better known to as the Big D, back again with another ranking. This time it's going to be my August 2023 rewatches ranking. I rewatched 25 movies, and because I wanted to go a little light this time, because I've been watching numerous TV shows, some I've seen and some I've never actually watched before. But anyway, I am going to have some fun here, and 25 was just fun with me and what have you. So I'm going to go rapid fire on the first 15, and then I'll be back to give you full thoughts on the remaining 10, okay? Now, if you're ready, let's start the ranking. Sit back, relax, and here we go. Number 25 is 12 Rounds from 2009. This is John Cena's second film. I recently did a review of this. This film didn't do too well at the box office, and I understand. It kind of felt like it was Die Hard with a Vengeance all over again, because I do agree with what they say, but the film's okay. It does have some pretty good action, though. Number 24 is Bubble Boy from 2001. I haven't seen this film in a long time. This film's fun and all. It's just so low. But I do think it's a funny film. Jake Gyllenhaal's pretty funny. Marley Shelton's pretty good. I definitely need to review this one someday. Number 23 is Carrie from 2002. This is a made for TV film. And while it's fine and all, I mean, it might not come close to as the classic itself, which we'll see where that winds up. But I like this film for obvious reasons. I mean, I like Angela Bassett's portrayal as the titular character. But anyway, this film's fine. Number 22 is She's All That from 1999. I love this movie. This movie is a guilty pleasure. I like the performances given by Freddie Prinze Jr. and Rachel Lee Cook. They are so good. I definitely still like this film for what it had to offer. Number 21 is Sleepaway Camp 3 Teenage Wasteland from 1989. This film is fun and what have you. We'll see where the other two films wind up. I'm planning to re-review these films later on this year for the big anniversary of the first film. Anyway, Pamela Springsteen still does a good job in playing Angela. Number 20 is Disturbing Behavior from 1998. Now, I haven't watched this film in some time, but I decided to rewatch it. I was planning to re-review, well, I mean, not re-review, I haven't even reviewed this. Silly me. Anyway, I was going to try and review it this month, but I got too much other stuff on my mind. But I'll make up for lost time and get this to y'all sometime or sooner. Perhaps maybe next month. May not be much of a horror type flick, but it's still pretty suspenseful and a little bit horrifying. Number 19 is The Faculty, also from 1998. This is another film I was going to review this month, but didn't get on my, my schedule. But maybe next month for Spectacular October I'll do it, since it is kind of a sci-fi horror film and what have you. It has a pretty good cast and all. I'll talk more about it when I review this film, promise. But even so, I really like it. Number 18 is The Burning from 1981. Good slasher. I loved Tom Savini's makeup effects. Cropsey is a pretty good slasher and what have you. And, well, this is just one bloody good classic. In my opinion, anyway, but you don't have to take my word for it. Number 17 is Vacation Friends from 2021. Now, I watched this for the first time last year. This is a Hulu film. And I gotta say, this film's absolutely crazy in my view. I love the performance John Cena gives, and everyone else was good. We'll see where the sequel winds up on the first time watches ring, which wasn't quite as good as this one, but this one is just absolutely crazy. Check out my review of this if you haven't seen it. Number 16 is Sleepaway Camp 2. Unhappy Campers from 1988. Pretty funny sequel. It's pretty good. Pamela Springsteen does a pretty good job as Angela. I gotta say, most of the kills are pretty good. Again, I will re-review the franchise later on. Number 15 is The Marine from 2006. This is John Cena's first film. This film also was my most viewed video on my channel last month. I gotta say, this film is a guilty pleasure, and it's outrageously fun and action packed. Number 14 is Hollow Man from 2000. Love this movie. Kevin Bacon is so awesome in this. I love the rest of the cast. They're pretty good. This is a real outrageously killer take on the Invisible Man. I still enjoy it even after rewatching it. Number 13 is Sleepaway Camp, the classic that came out that's been out for almost 40 years in 1983. I plan to review the film and its two sequels, as I've already mentioned before. Anyway, this is a killer classic slasher, but it's kind of got a whodunit feel to it. Not quite as like Friday the 13th, but comes close though. Number 12 is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie from 1995. Love this movie just as much as I've loved the series. This is just an awesome film, and I really love it. Great performances from the cast we know from the TV series. Ivan Ooze is definitely a pretty freaky villain. Anyway, awesome film. Number 11 is Evil Dead Rise, which was released earlier this year. I decided to rewatch it before I did a spoiler-free review of it. I have to say, this film is really scary and bloody and gory and freaky, just like what you could get from any other Evil Dead film. It's awesome. Check out my review of it if you haven't. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that first 15 now. Now I'm going to the top 10, and let me tell you, this is going to be full of surprises and I don't know, twists, turns, or, well, whatever you could get from my rankings and what have you. Anyway, I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job on doing these rankings and what have you. So, now without further ado, let's get into the next half, the top 10. Here we go. Number 10 is Idle Hands from 1999. I love this movie. I actually got on DVD if you didn't see my pickups with my September schedule recently. But finally, finally glad to have this film. But anyway, this film's a guilty pleasure. I love Devon Sawa and Seth Green, Eldon Henson. They were all good. And I especially love this film because of Jessica Alba. I think she's so hot and amazing in this. Definitely love this film. Love how Devon Sawa's character of Anton's hand gets possessed and does all these crazy things. This is so outrageously hysterical. Check this film out if you haven't. Now, coming in at number 9 is Freddy vs. Jason from 2003. I recently did a re-review of this film for its recent 20th anniversary. I love this movie. I don't care what anybody says. This is a great slasher confrontation flick. Robert Englund does one hell of a job as Freddy again. And I don't mind King Kersinger as Jason. He did fine. And what have you. Anywho, I just thought this was just so fun. Check out my re-review of this film if you haven't. I see it's already done. It's already done better than my original review. You know, if you haven't seen it already. And coming in at number 8 is the original Carrie from 1976. Love this movie. Sissy Spacek's good, and everyone else in the film is pretty good. I mean, while sure it may not be bloody and what have you than what we got from Well, the 2013 remake, or heck, even the underrated The Rage Carry 2, I still like it. This is a classic and what have you. You haven't seen it, then you should. You won't be disappointed. I just thought it was just good. May not have read the book, but I do know that this film is pretty good. Definitely. Next, coming in at number 7 is Risky Business from 1983. Now, this is another film I did a review of, and it recently celebrated its 40th anniversary. This is a great film. This is a film that really put Tom Cruise on the map before he did Top Gun or any of those other films he was in. Anywho, I liked what he had to offer in this film, especially the scene where he's taking over his folks' house and dancing to old time rock and roll and what have you. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to talk too much about it. If you haven't seen my review of this film, you need to check it out. Okay? And coming in at number 6 is Wild Things from 1998. I love this movie. I recently got the Arrow video release of this film, and I watched the special unrated cut for the first time ever. And I gotta say, I have one hell of a time with that over the theatrical cut. I will watch it again sometime and watch all those great special features. I may look into some other Arrow video releases, maybe of films I haven't seen, or some that I think y'all probably might have recommended to me, or and others. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But anyway, loved Wild Things, still good. Love the performances from Kevin Bacon and Matt Dillon, but it's gotta be Nev Campbell and Denise Richards. I love most of all, definitely. Okay, top 5. Number 5 is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: The Secret of the Ooze from 1991. Loved this movie. This is a very good film. We'll see where the first film winds up. I did rewatch that as well. Didn't watch the third one. I was thinking about, but sorry. But anywho, TMNT 2 is awesome. We got some pretty good performances by the people who voiced the turtles, and everyone was good. Final act was awesome, especially with Vanilla Ice in it, doing the ninja rap. Go ninja, go ninja, go! Yeah, Splinter would say at the end of the film. Oh, I love it. Anyway, Secret of the Ooze, definitely awesome. Now, coming in at number 4 is Pokemon Detective Pikachu from 2019. Now, this is only the second time I've seen it. I went and saw this in the theater, and it was awesome. After rewatching it on Tubi, it still got it after all these years. Just fun and excitement. I really loved Ryan Reynolds nailing it as the titular character. Hmm. Definitely. Well, they are going to do a second one. I do believe they are. So we hope for the best. It'll come out sooner or later. I don't know when, but I'm sure we'll get one eventually. This film is outrageously good and what have you. Loved it. Next, coming in at number 3 is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from 1990. Love this movie. This is the one that started it all. I gotta say, the Turtles are really good. I love their voice acting work. I enjoy the performances of the cast and what have you. I think this just had a whole lot of humor and action, just like what we could get from the actual animated series, even. But anyway, the original Ninja Turtles film is so awesome. I do love it. I watched that in the sequel to promote the recent anime film Mutant Mayhem, which we'll see where that winds up on the first time watches ranking coming up real soon. But anyway, the original Ninja Turtles live action film, awesome. Now those other films can't even hold a candle to it. Not even the second one that Paramount gave us. Oh well. And coming in at number 2 is The New Adventures of Pippi Longstocking from 1988. I love this film. This film recently celebrated its 35th anniversary not so long ago. And I'm going to say this film is just so underrated and what have you. I don't care what anybody says. I love Tammy Aaron playing the titular character. She is just so funny and zany and what have you. Yeah, the music's pretty good. I especially like the its intro and closing song. Pippi Longstock is coming to your town. What have you? Definitely a good song. If you haven't seen this film yet, you need to check out. I already reviewed this film. I doubt I'll re-review it because that review's already gotten a lot of views. I believe it's gone over 300 views. Already gone over 300 views so far. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it has. But anyway, New Adventures of Pippi Longstocking. I absolutely love this film. I don't care what y'all say. And finally, my number 1 rewatch of August 2023 is Toy Story 3 from 2010. Yes, this is a good sequel, and I really did enjoy it. I recently did a collab with Ogre Boy 1992. If you haven't checked out the video for that, you might want to check it out. But anyway, I really did love this film, and this film is just so amazing, full of heart and what have you. Great characters, old and new. That's all I'm gonna tell you. I really thought this film was just incredible. So anyway, that's going to do it for this ranking. What did you think? What's your top? You can tell me what you rewatched in August 2023 if you wish. You can give me your top pick, your top 3, or top 5 tops, and leave them in the comments section below. If you like the video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you my August 2023 first time watches ranking. I'm going to try and do that first, and then I'll go to Predator 2 after that tomorrow night. So, I hope you enjoyed this, and check out my reviews for these films that are in the top 3. The upper left-hand corner is my re-review of Toy Story 3, which I did last year along with the others to promote the release of Lightyear. In the upper right-hand corner is my review of The New Adventures of Pippi Longstocking. And the bottom left-hand corner is my review of the original Ninja Turtles film from 1990. And the bottom right-hand corner, excuse me, is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.